Hi, I'm Dave, back in the garage here with my Project 944. It's a 1983 naturally aspirated car. I haven't really done a whole lot to it, really nothing since last fall. There's a series of things that came up back then and took a priority, time and money. I wasn't able to put into the car. And then after that, it got cold in here. The winter here in Virginia was pretty bad this year, and it's no fun being in this garage at 20 degrees. There's no source of heat in here, so that sucks. So anyway, I'm back in the garage now. So if for those who are paying attention, sorry, appreciate it. I'll try to be better, and hopefully, upcoming months, I will try to do what I can to move this along as much as I can. So anyhow, for now, the status or an update, whatever, on it is that, or have a recap. So I had this car for years, and it had been sitting for years, and I did get it to a point where it was running, but not very good, and I found that there was water in the oil, and with the high mileage, I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and rebuild it. And so I pulled the engine with the intentions of rebuilding it. But I found something on Craigslist, which is an engine that was claimed to be 25,000 miles since a rebuild. So I bought it and took it home. So, but when I did, and I looked at it a little bit further inspection, it seemed a little dirtier. It didn't seem like it was, I don't know, it just didn't, some things just didn't seem right for that 25,000 miles. So I wasn't sure about it. So I got the advice from the boards and you guys that to check the number 2 bearing, rod bearing, and I did. And it really didn't look too bad, so who knows. But anyway, since the oil pan was off and the bearings were there, I thought, well, what the heck, I'll just go ahead and replace those bearings. When I did that, I was checking the clearance of the plastic gauge, and I was torquing down the bolt. It broke off on me. The stud just sheared off, and which really bummed me out at the time, because this was the engine I was just going to just refresh, put some belts and some seals and stuff on there, and put it back in the car, and be done with it. But now, with it, that bolt sheared off, I had to take it apart to at least pull that piston out. So when I did that, I just did some inspection on the cylinder walls. The cylinder walls had a few deep scratches. You can really catch your fingernail on them. So I didn't think that didn't look too good. Now, since I was probably up for having to rebuild it since I was taking it apart, I thought, well, what does my old engine look like? And I did. I went back to that and I looked at that, and the cylinder walls did look much better, but the measurements on the cylinder to piston clearance was out of tolerance. So I guess I wouldn't be able to use that. So and I know that I learned that there's things you can do with sleeving it or boring it out. But with that Alusil or maybe even Nickel coating, that it was just too expensive, and I just, I wasn't gonna do that. I'm not racing it, although it'd be kind of cool, but I'm just gonna be driving this thing around. So the plan now is to back onto the new engine, which I actually didn't mention. I checked the clearance on that also for the piston to the cylinder wall, and that one is in tolerance. It's actually pretty good. Only problem is that it has the scratches. So now the plan, I'm just going to live with the scratches. I'm going to tear it all the way down and do what I can there. Actually, I found, or I was pointed out to, this the manual. This is the Haynes manual for the Porsche, and in here there's a good section about engine overhaul. So from here on out, I'm going to use this as a guide to complete the tear down measurements and just do what I have to do and build back up. And that's what from here. That's the plan. And So the next thing on the list, it's pretty much halfway, mostly tore down anyway. The next thing on the list here is the balance shafts. So here we go.